This Hangout on Air is live, folks. Welcome to our training and grand opening of the homebusinesshelper.com blog. This is a very beautiful project that will allow you to create success. Now, I am a ex-Fuse distributor, national trainer with the company, and I've had the privilege to work with this company for quite a bit of time. I believe we have the very best solutions to create wealth with on a health and wellness basis. There's nothing out there to it, but you've got to be able to combine health and wellness with the power of the internet, especially in today's age. If you live in a rural area where you don't have a metropolitan area to go out and do house meetings with, or an exposure to a large amount of people, well, that's where the internet comes in handy. What this whole presentation is about is how you could take the power of internet marketing, network marketing, affiliate marketing, or network marketing, affiliate marketing, and internet marketing to the next level. Really, how can you do that if you're poor, if you don't have a whole lot of money to spend, you don't have $10,000 a month to put into systems that are going to bring you leads that pay you $400 or $500 a month? Just don't make sense now, does it? Unfortunately, folks, it's a sad thing. There's a lot of people out there that are getting ripped off, that are spending tons of money on a monthly, weekly basis, just trying to learn the basic fundamentals of how to use the power of the internet to share what you have with other people. It's not rocket science, it's an exact science. And what I'm about to do is unlock some doors for you, show you how you have everything you need to achieve with right here, a free education. So it's going to take a couple minutes for me to get into this. This Hangout's probably going to take us about a half an hour. It's going to be the best 30 minutes you've ever seen online. Why? Because you're going to see solutions that are real, solutions that are affordable. And if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and go to work in this industry, you'll see right here at the homebusinesshelper.com where you can get the education to accelerate whatever business you're trying to operate. Now, why would I do that as an ex-Fuse distributor? Why would I give somebody the keys to the kingdom to go out to a different company, compete against us, and earn? Well, because I understand that 97% of the companies starting today with that great ground floor opportunity, folks, they're going to fail. They're going to be out of business in less than 6 months' time. Maybe one or two stragglers will make it to the 3-year mark before they go out of business. But the truth and the facts have proven by the statistics in the marketplace that that is exactly what has happened and what takes place. So if you happen to stumble into the homebusinesshelper.com and see some proven habits that will put money in your pocket that you could utilize universally with just about any company, and you happen to fall victim to one of them 97% that's going to fail, well, you'll remember where you got the tools that put money in your pocket. You'll come back to us and you'll earn with this, because we have some real solutions that are absolutely second to none. My name is Earl Teets from the small town of Troy, Montana. My wife, Darlene, and I are the founders of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach, who is honored to bring you the homebusinesshelper.com blog site that allows you A to Z what you need as far as an education of how to work from home online without getting ripped off to do it. You don't need to go out there and spend thousands of dollars to get a small piece of the how to do it pie, and after you spent your hard-earned money, find out that they want you to spend another $3,000 or $4,000 if only you're serious about being a real entrepreneur. I'm going to show you some real things. I've worked with some real people. Credibility is important in this industry, so I got some pictures I'm going to share with you that are not to toot my own horn. I want you to understand I'm a long-haired mountain boy missing a couple teeth. If I can do this, you can do it. Who have I learned from? You may have heard of John Maxwell. He's the most sought-after trainer in leadership, ministry, and business on the planet today. It was a real blessing to be able to study this guy over 10 years, learn from him, see him at different functions, and have my picture taken with him. The Fortune 500 companies, they pay John Maxwell to train their most elite in management. So that's pretty nice to be able to learn from a track record like that. Another gentleman I've had the privilege to work with over 5 years now is this guy here. His name is Eddie Freeman out of Boston, Massachusetts. The unique thing he's done with our XFuse company is he has taken on from zero to over $1 million annually and helped a few people with no experience to be able to do the same thing. That kind of education is priceless, and he has it in motion. Another legend in the industry you may have heard of, his name is Paul Morris. The beautiful lady in the picture is my wife, Darlene. Paul Morris has over 40 years experience at taking people from zero to $1 million incomes, holds some world records in our industry of forming huge team of earners. And I'm talking teams as high as 100,000 earners in 90-day period of time. That's phenomenal. When you have that kind of experience, it's amazing what you can learn from mentors like this. Another person dear to my heart is the founder of the company XFuse. His name is Rick Cotton. My wife and I in this picture, Darlene, I'm Earl T. But Rick Cotton, 10 years in the missionary field, is really who inspired myself and Darlene to start our missionary outreach up called the Servants Team Missionary Outreach, where we bring a Bible study to the disabled folks that can't leave the home to come to church. 20 years of working with people, both in marketing, online and offline marketing and home business field. There's a lot of disabled folks can't jump in the car, come to church. So we bring a short 15-minute Bible study that's non-denominational each and every week to the disabled people, free of charge. It's also open to anybody that wants to learn the Word of God. And we have that in our Home Business Helper blog site. When you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll be able to see how you can partake in such a beautiful thing to help other people. But there's love behind the mission here, and we're firm believers in that. We've got no hype. All we got is proven facts, and I'm about to share with you 6 major trends that you have the chance to be in front of at one place with the how-to education of the whole pie. That's pretty powerful, folks. What do we do here at the Home Business Helper? It's not rocket science, it's an exact science. What are we going to do? We're going to share the truth. We know that some people are going to see the truth. We know that some people are going to run from the truth. And we know that there are those who will embrace the truth. And our whole job is to help anybody that wants to embrace the truth, do so, and create a profitable business. Think how simple that is, folks. Why are we successful at what we do? Because we work with the very best at second-to-market solutions. What does second-to-market mean? Second-to-market is a very simple thing to explain. When the automobile first came out, folks, it didn't have windshield wipers. It did not have a gas gauge. And the masses, a lot of them were scared of the automobile. They actually made foolish comments like, "You got to be kidding me. You want me to put my family in that contraption powered by gas that just may explode? No, thank you, man. I'll stick to my horse. We'll do just fine." But in reality, what happened? The horse and buggy was replaced by the automobile. When the first automobile come out, with no gas gauge or no windshield wiper, it kind of got its introduction to the industry. But the real fortunes weren't created with just the first automobile. The real fortunes were created once the masses got their hands on this product and said, wow, this product would be so much better if we had this, this, and this, and it would just sell like crazy. So what did they do? They answered the demands of the masses, and they come out with car number 2, second to market automobile, has a gas gauge, has windshield wipers. Wow, isn't that amazing? Think about that. So what happened? Mass fortunes were created on the planet like the world had never seen before on one trend, the automobile. So can history repeat itself? Absolutely. Can we spot a trend in motion that you look at the masses in general, they might be turning their nose up at it or making you feel like you're nuts for running with a solution that has to deal with health and wellness? You got to be kidding me. You're going to make a fortune working with pills, potions, and lotions? Are you nuts? Those things fail. Nobody ever makes any money in that. Why don't you go get a real job? Well, let's look at that statement for a minute, folks, because there's absolutely zero truth to it. The facts about health and wellness, if you look at Paul Zane Pilzer, the leading economic forecaster on the planet when it comes to financial things, he's not only proved it over 20 years, but he has stated that health and wellness is where it's at. Why is that? Just because some big expert says so? No, folks, there's a lot of reality to it. We're going to stick with second to market, okay? Well, let's look at first to market vegetables, okay? They saved human life. First to market vegetables were healthy, man. You ate a 4 basic food group meal and you worked physically out in the field all day, come home to your family. That's how life was back in the 1940s. But what year is it today, folks? Today, it's 2015. We can agree with that, can't we? It's real simple. Let's take a look at the soil difference between 1940s and 2015. We can clearly see that generations have passed since then, huh? So what's different now that wasn't there before? It's really simple. Look at the acid rain that we deal with today. Wasn't there in the 40s, was it? Look at the chemical pesticides that are used today. Wasn't there in the 40s, now was it? Look at the fertilizers that are used on a commercial basis. They're full of chemicals, aren't they? What do you think that does to the soil? Today, our vegetables come out of the soil, and they're just as pretty as they were in the 1940s. The problem is they are missing extremely crucial bits and pieces of nutrition that used to be in the soil. That nutrients is not in the soil today, so it's not in the vegetation today. So that is why health and wellness is the largest second to market place to create wealth on the entire planet. So think about that. Is it snake oil? Absolutely not. It's a fact that if you put the right nutrients in the body, give the cells what they need on a single cellular level, it's simply amazing what kind of testimonies are out there from people that have actually done this and seen their bodies come back to a state of optimum health. Now, I can't make no claims of cure. I can't make no diagnosis. But what I can do is simply share some facts. And what you do with those facts is strictly up to you. What I'm about to do is show you some amazing ways that you can have multiple income streams with proven earning systems. It means if you do the work and roll up your sleeves, you're going to make the money. So that's very valuable, very important. Let's step into trends. Again, we're going to look at history because success leaves clues. When you look at history, if you got in front of one trend and you capitalized on that trend, you made fortunes like the world never seen before. Think about what I'm saying, because today we have the power of the internet. So we can expose things at a much higher level. So we can do things like capitalize on multiple trends in motion to have multiple income streams. This is what the $1 million earners have been teaching for a long time. Some people get it, some people don't. It's just a matter of knowing how to take old school and the new school technology and combine them both so they work together synergistically, not one or the other. And if you don't want to embrace the power of the internet, I'm telling you, you're kissing off business that's not even funny. A lot of companies don't want to embrace the power of the internet because they're afraid that you'll be able to do research and find out truth that, oh no, maybe my odds aren't in my favor selling water filters when the masses don't need water filters every single month. What are they going to spend their money on next month? They got a water filter this month. Think about what I'm saying. So when you have the power of the internet, It gives you the ability to offer solutions to the masses that save them over $100 a month. So if they don't have an interest in a business, they have an interest in your solution. What does this do? This eliminates what is called attrition, the largest income killer in the history of network marketing on the planet. So that's pretty powerful when you got a solution to the largest income killer and the most lucrative way to create money on the planet, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we can put you right in front of these trends right here at thehomebusinesshelper.com. And while we're doing this, we're helping people at the same time. That's what this is all about. I have life, right? Love in full example. And when you can learn to live your life with love in full example, you're going to be able to do things that famous leaders talk about. Leaders like Zig Ziglar, Secrets of Closing the Sale. This book is a must if you're going to work with people and advertise any solution that you're going to offer that creates profits. There's no shame in sales. All sales is being able to explain the features, advantage, and benefits of what you have to offer another human being. There's no shame in making a career in doing that. When you can run with the truth, the book I read called Bible, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, the most followed leader on the planet's in that book. His name is Jesus. He's always said that the truth will set you free. Never forget that, because it's true. When you have enough love in your heart to help other people for no other reason than that's the right thing to do, those blessings are going to multiply to you. It's called the law of sowing and reaping. And it don't matter if you're fat, skinny, black, white, green, or blue, it all works for you because it's true. So let's take a look at some trends that we're going to dive into at thehomebusinesshelper.com that allows you solutions that save your consumers money, that give you what you need to be successful. The first one is natural defense of the body. This is an important thing. Anti-aging falls into natural defense of the body. And we can look at history because success leaves clues again. If you're going to take a pill, to put that pill in your body to give your body nutrients, understand your body has to break that pill down. And if you don't have the right phytonutrients in your body, and you don't have the right chemistry in your body to break that pill down properly, what's going to happen? Well, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, but I can tell you that the body's going to have to work a lot harder to break that down. And what's going to happen is that nutrients that you're expecting your body to get leaves your body in the form of waste because the body couldn't properly break it down. So if you really want to solve some health problems in your body, it's understandable that if you got live enzymes, that helps. If you got the phytonutrients, that helps. If you got it in a liquid form and your body doesn't have to work hard to break it down, that helps. Does success leave any clues? Oh, I hope my glasses are in this case because I'm going to need them. Oh, praise God. Success leaves some major clues. When XFuse started as a company in 2007, you need to look at what we looked at. We looked at history. And what history had proven was there was 3 companies that went from 0 to over $1 billion annually from 1997 to the year 2007. What was it that they had in common? They all had a single liquid nutritional supplement in the form of a super juice in a less concentrated form. Means the body has to work a little bit harder to be able to make it work. But it's proven that those were the 3 biggest producers on the planet. So what happens when you follow a famous billionaire, W. Clement Stone's formula? Take a product that many people use, make it better, charge less money for it, then you're guaranteed success. How could you do that? Well, if you recognize the fact that whole food extracts are much stronger than concentrates. They're 40% more bioavailable to the body. So if you've got a liquid nutritional supplement that's got the best of the best, most sought after ingredients in it, and they're whole food extracts, so they're more bioavailable than the concentrates that have proved that those ingredients work in the body. Well, that's just common sense. That's the way to go. Let's look at what X-Fuse did as the solution. Can't read these tiny words. Forgive my glasses. GAC, acai, goji, noni, fucoidan, mangosteen, sea buckthorn, liquid nutritional supplement, and our 7+ product line. These are whole food extracts. They're very powerful nutrients. You put them in your body on a regular basis. With the concentrated versions, you usually needed between 6 to 12 to 15 ounces, depending on what product you took, to be able to get adequate nutrition to make your body do what it's supposed to do. So what was the problem with that? When it's 6 to 12 to 14 ounces and you've got a bottle that's only 30 ounces, you need a lot of these bottles to get adequate nutrition. And when they cost $100 a piece, holy cow, that gets expensive. What if you need 4 bottles a month? What if you got 2 people in the family? Can the families really afford $800 a month for nutrition? Most of them cannot. So how did X-Fuse solve that problem? Using stronger whole food extracts, you only need about 3/4 of an ounce to get a whole daily requirement of the most sought after ingredients on the planet that have a unique chaperone molecule that's patented, so they won't offset one another. So you're not doing like the 97% failure rate companies do. You know, they get a product out there, they just slap the most famous ingredients in that product, put it on a bottle with a pretty label, and send it out there to the masses with a placebo effect. What happens? They buy the famous ingredients, hoping they'll do something, but their body can't break it down the way it needs to. The nutrition isn't felt, and there's that 97% failure rate. You deserve success. This is a proven path. Very simple products, very simple way to make 1 bottle last 1 person a month. This particular product's less than $50. That's less than $2 a day. What does that mean to the masses? Well, if you look at the fact of where the masses are spending their money to solve these health problems that you see, tomorrow's the Super Bowl, turn on the television set, where are the masses spending the most of their money? They're spending the most of their money on solutions that are not healthy for the body, that are not proven cures, with side effects often far worse than the conditions those pills are being taken for. Now understand, the largest group of spending power on the entire planet is spending between $15 and $30 per day on those solutions, with lists of side effects that include fatalities, stroke, and major human organ failure. Now, when you can show them a solution that we cannot call a cure, we cannot make any claims, but it's been designed to give the body the nutrients it needs on a single cellular level with no side effects, under $2 a day, that has a product that, one, somebody with no interest in building a business would have an interest in, and 2, you've got a product that is going to save the consumer over $100 a month, simply transferring their spending to better nutrition for less money. Think about what I'm saying. That's very, very powerful. So we kind of realize what these botanicals do, but what do they have the reputation for? They have the reputation to eliminate free radicals and inflammation. And when you understand what free radicals and inflammation are, they are the 2 biggest causers of all different sorts of pain, illness, and disorder within the human body. So if you can put something natural in your body that naturally attacks inflammation and free radicals to eliminate them, that's a very powerful thing. And that was the purpose of the formulation properly of our 7+ product lines, designed, you know, if the people are spending $15 to $30 a day on the solutions that are not cures, that have those big side effects, and you can show them a solution under $2 a day, that saves them over $10 a day times 30 days, that's over $300 a month in savings. I think we beat that to death. Let's look at the next trend. The next trend is weight loss. And candy shouldn't even be on there. We don't eat candy to lose weight, folks. We don't eat candy to lose weight because it's not natural. But what we do, we supplement with a shake called Shapeweigh. Now, what's unique about this? There is no sucralose. There is no aspartame. There is no artificial flavors, no artificial ingredients, no high fructose corn syrup, and we have a proprietary slimming complex. We have a proprietary blend of all of the 4 protein sources. So you're getting a lot in this little. Now, if you take a look at history, success leaves clues. There was a nutritional company that came out that went from about $1.5 million, $2 million a month to $50 million a month in 18 months' time. Now, unfortunately, that shake for weight loss, it was full of soy and other ingredients that weren't so healthy for the body. So we solved the problem. Make sure we got one that's got everything the body needs. A complete matrix of fibers, prebiotics, probiotics. You've got all of the proteins that the body needs. Colostrum protein, which is the protein in mother's breast milk that's known to boost the immune system. Whey protein isolates, whey protein concentrates. These staminize and structure cellular growth for strength as the body does what it's supposed to do. That's important nutrients. When you got prebiotics and probiotics, it helps with the digestive system. When you got 100% of the daily required vitamins and minerals, that's a beautiful thing. When it tastes delicious, that's good too. But when it's got ingredients in it, like Garcinia cambogia, known as the holy grail of weight loss, and raspberry ketones, these are the ingredients that all the television doctors and all of the best professional experts in nutrition are going crazy over. So when you got all of this into an absolutely delicious shake, and it costs less than $3 a day to put that kind of nutrients in your body, let's see if it passed the test and make money or lose money, shall we? Well, put the 4 basic food groups on a plate. Not even prepared. Just buy the 4 basic food groups anywhere you shop in the United States so you can get ready to prepare a meal out of those 4 basic food groups. You're going to be looking at a cost of between $12 and $15, depending on where you shop. $12 to $15 just for the 4 basic food groups. Now, obviously, if you're spending $3, that's going to save you over $10, isn't it? Over $10 a day that you save doing what? Taking the money you're already spending on one meal a day to better nutrition for less money. What are you going to do with that extra $300 that you saved because you wanted the best nutrition your body could get so it could lose weight naturally so it won't come back? So solutions, they're beautiful, and you can get paid for them. Think about what I'm saying. Let's take a look at the next trend. Healthy energy drinks are crucial, folks. Look at what's happened. You see record numbers of children, even adults, in the hospital because there's ingredients in a lot of the energy drinks that are on the market that are proven to be not so healthy for the body. Now, I'm not making any claims of cure or anything, but there are excellent hydration boosters that are energy drinks out there. The very best on the market is Greenzilla, put out by X-Fuse. You won't find better. It's even approved by the Banned Substance Control Group. We have professional athletes who use this product, and we have Olympians that are proud to use this product, and they freely endorse it. We don't have to pay them as a company to do it. The product works, it's real, and it helps them to get the results. So they're happy to share those solutions. Maybe you heard of Justin Gatlin, the fastest old man in the world, holds the world record. He loves our performance product. and our Greenzilla product. That is powerful, folks. So what's our next trend that we can take a look at? The next trend we can take a look at, coffee has graduated, folks. If you don't believe me, let's take a look at McDonald's and recognize them as the most successful franchise in the history of the world, the most sought after franchise in the history of the world. And where did they just change all their marketing to? McCafe. You look at Starbucks, a friend of mine named Corey calls them $5 because the cheapest drink there is $5 and they all get more expensive. Understand that people are spending more than $5, 3 to 5 times per day on these fancy lattes and mochas. And what do those fancy lattes and mochas have in them? All the ingredients that are known to do what? Completely destroy the immune system. So if you've got a coffee that doctors and medical experts with clinical testing and university studies behind it that can be proven to you that it's healthy, can be proven to you that it's formulated properly to eliminate a lot of the most famous oxidization that goes on, that's powerful, folks. And when it's less than $2 a day, again, switching your spending to better quality for less money is a win-win situation. Now, when it's got famous ingredients in it, like a mushroom that I can't pronounce that's designed to take the poison out of the body, that's what the reputation is. I'm not making any claims of cures here. But when it's got things in it like Garcinia cambogia, so you can drink coffee and lose weight naturally, that's a powerful thing. So when you can show somebody where to spend their money on something healthy instead of unhealthy, they're going to save over $100 a month, redirecting their spending. Isn't that amazing? Now, let's look at another solution that's creating trends in the market. Well, actually, I'm a mountain boy from Montana, and I don't understand all of the lingo and all the proper terminology, but there's some little icons on this bottle that are really important to the folks that understand what they mean. And I'm going to let you see them real quick. All the organic stamps, the GMOs, all of this stuff. You have no idea how really crucial and important it is to be properly labeled with those things. I don't care too much for those labels as a person, but there's a lot of people out there to understand what they mean, and those are very big things for a product to be able to have all of that. It's really rare on the marketplace, folks. So recognize what that trend is. Another trend that's dear to my heart that we have are these tiny little products. Now, I just killed pills, right? Don't take tablets, take liquid. When you got the right liquid nutritional supplements that allow your cells to do what they're supposed to do so the body will actually absorb the nutrition that it takes in on a regular basis, it makes it to where your body's positioned properly so you can take tablets. And we have these cool, put out by Shapewear, metabolic energizer tablets. And what do? They burn fat and energy naturally. They got clinical studies behind them. University studies like Georgetown show about a 10% reduction in the body's bad cholesterol. What did that mean for me? Well, folks, I lived a pretty wild lifestyle, and I had to change my ways over 9 years ago. And my body produces bad cholesterol at a huge pace. But because of the wild lifestyle I lived, I had destroyed my liver and my kidneys to the point where I was given only about 3 years left to live in 2006. So 2009 was when I found the X-Fuse products, and I was not in the best of health. And my cholesterol was very, very high. So thanks to X-Fuse products, I saw a solution that would not destroy my liver. I couldn't continue to take Crestor. I switched to Lipitor. That didn't work either. I switched to another one called Zocor, and the bottom line was if I kept taking those statin solutions, I was going to destroy my liver completely and eliminate my chances to survive as a human being. So, folks, I'm not making any claims, but I'm pointing out when you put the right things in your body on a regular basis, it's amazing what can happen. Now, those statin pills cost me personally over $15 per day to ingest those pills that were supposed to save my life that were destroying my liver. So switching to X-Fuse products at under $2 per day saved me quite a bit of money with no painful leg cramps in the middle of the night, which is extremely a good thing to enjoy. So that's about it for our health and wellness solutions. We're down to number 6. Let's talk about something that scares most multi-level companies. It's not something to be afraid of. It's something you have to embrace as an entrepreneur. And that is lead generation online and the ability to know how to market online. What if you live in a rural community and you don't have a metropolitan area to work with? Is there a possibility that you could utilize this little thing called the internet and take exactly what you have as a solution to the masses and put it directly in front of those that are looking for what you have? And the answer to that is yes. It happens all the time. It happens every day. And because of technology's advancements, it used to be about a $5,000 to a $10,000 monthly investment as operating expenses to be able to use the internet on a major scale to create success with. But because technology has advanced, just like when I was in high school, the VCR was on sale. You could get a really good one for $150 to $180 for a VCR. Remember the big plastic instead of DVDs? What happened? Today, a few years later, over 20, they have DVDs that are out of style and Blu-rays that are now in. But can you still buy a VCR? Absolutely. You could go buy a VCR for less than $50 at Walmart today. The difference is technology went down. The age of the internet has gone from its Pampers to its pull-up pants, so it's made that little bit of progress. And what's available to you as an entrepreneur today is the ability to have the complete education of how to market anything online, whether it be health solutions or maybe you own a pawn shop somewhere and you want to take a few products out of that pawn shop that are the most sought after products in pawn shops and put them on the internet. So you can have people click on a website, order a product from your pawn shop and have it shipped to their door. Isn't that amazing how you can utilize the power of the internet? There's several solutions available to you, and it's an educational process. Just like a person wants to be a professional lawyer, you know, they don't just wake up in the morning and go, gosh, I think I'm going to be a lawyer today. No, they got to go to school. They got to get the education. They got to get the degrees. They got to prepare as the professional that they are. So where's the money made with the masses? Well, 97% are failing and only 3% are succeeding. So if you really look at that, understand that the 97% that are failing are still, they're starting a company up for $100,000. They make $10 million. They go out of business. Who's hurt? The people trying to make the money, not the ones that did make the money. So how did they make their money? Well, they made their money because they misled people. They made them believe they could start a business for next to nothing. They can operate one every month for next to nothing, and they can make $1,000 a week in profits. Does it really happen? Absolutely not. It costs money to make money. You can't see a business producing thousands of dollars a week in profits on zero operating expenses monthly, folks. It just don't happen. They advertise it because they know there's a sucker born every minute. But you are better than a sucker. You are a real human being that deserves success. So when we can show you how to get that education online that teaches you how to market anything online, utilizing all the social networks and being able to sit down at your computer and do some work for about a half an hour to an hour and have 5 to 10 people from that half an hour to hour of your efforts respond to you and say, hey, that's exactly what I've been looking for. I'm glad you put that in front of me. Here is my email address and my phone number. I would like to connect with you. Does this happen on a daily basis? Absolutely. Can you afford it? Well, How about $1 a day? $30 is all it takes to have all of these tools. But the even beautiful part is you get to sample these tools for free. 7-day free trial. And at the end of that, if you've done your education right in the back office, watch this video screen. It tells you what to do. Open up another screen and do what it says. Wham! You get your business to produce 3, 5, 10 to 100 leads per day. You got something very powerful that your competition doesn't have. The ability to sit down at your computer and create leads of people of interest that you can continue to follow up with. Understand, in this industry, the fortune is not made in your first exposure. And that's why so many people fail. They believe they should connect with a person one time and they'll see the information, they'll sign up and spend their money, and man, the fortunes are created. Man, if it was only that easy. Really, in reality, 80% of people don't even join a company until they've been exposed to that one company 5 different times. And here's the problem. 99% of all the people that work in this industry don't even present an exposure properly 3 times. That's why the failure rate's so high. When you know how to follow up properly and you have a system that allows you to do that, it's a beautiful thing. Why not take all of your offline efforts and combine them with online efforts? That's what the experts have always taught, called the combination of high tech and high touch. And that's the ingredients that brings you the success. So in the homebusinesshelper.com blog site, we have a program called theleadproject.biz. And that is what we call Power Lead System. This is where you're going to get the education. This is where you're going to get an actual lead generation system that's been put together. Watch the videos, push the green easy button. This is how you do it on this screen. Then open up this screen, follow the instructions, and guess what? You can produce. It's a beautiful thing. It's a simple system. What does it have with it? It's got capture pages that capture an email address and a phone number. It's got pre-written emails that automatically go out. Once they click on your capture page, it can take them from your capture page to your opportunity presentation page. It's a very beautiful thing. Now what happens? You've got a whole list of people that have clicked into your information online that's in your email database where you own the list. So if you're not a member of XFuse and you're working with one of these other companies and they happen to tank and go out of business, you still own all those contacts because you used a proper lead generation tool called a capture page. You formed your own list. You own that list. Now you can take that list from that company that tanked, come right over here to XFuse, utilize these same tools, and you got a company that's 7 years debt-free with a global track record of helping people create full-time incomes on part-time efforts with a real roadmap. And I'm about to share that roadmap with you here in just a few seconds. But there's still another tool that's involved in this theleadproject.biz. If you look at the Super Bowl tomorrow and you're an entrepreneur, don't you wish you had $1 million for some of those commercials that bring in $10 million worth of business? We can look at history. Who's in the Super Bowl tomorrow? Katy Perry. She's going to be doing the halftime presentation. Where did she get her start? How about YouTube? What is YouTube? It's a social media network, isn't it? So if you can understand how to become famous on social media networks for the niche that you work in, history's already proved what can happen. Look at what happened to Katy Perry. So think about what I'm saying. If you had the ability to tap into not just YouTube, but all of the social networks and have a proven system of how to use paid advertising, just like the old school television, but instead of spending millions of dollars for that advertising, as a network marketer, you could see how to utilize a social network like Facebook and put a paid ad for $10 and form a list of people that have opted into your capture page, left their email address and phone number saying, I'm interested in what you got. I want more information. So if you can pay $10 for an ad like that, and that ad goes out to millions of people on Facebook, and you can generate a list opted into by those people, over 250, that's a beautiful thing for spending your money in advertising, isn't it? There's a real program out there that was put out in 2014. It's the best $497 I ever spent to learn how to utilize the advertising, paid advertising on a professional level with the social networks, just like professional entrepreneurs advertise with television. The nice thing is, just like when television started, it was a lot cheaper to advertise when television first came out. They didn't understand it quite yet, so you had it made. Right now, it's cheaper to advertise on social media. So you've got a window there that's very powerful you could jump on right now. This program is called Social Profit Academy, and it was put together by a person that has earned over 7 figures in income doing exactly what I'm talking to you about. The case study that was recorded in video so you can watch it over and over again and master those fundamentals is actually recorded and put in there, where a network marketer spent $10 for one ad and formed a list of over 250 opt-in people. That's powerful, folks. And when the company's going to pay you a $400 thank you for referring that tool to somebody else, that's a beautiful thing too. So you can see we've got 6 major trends. Number 7, the last of our 7 things that you really have to have in play to be a successful entrepreneur is, are you making a difference? XFuse, we have Viva Kids. It's a beautiful program for underprivileged children in a third world country, the Dominican Republic. And we've got another program that we picked up. I'm not quite sure yet where these children are, but I know it's a real program and it's very phenomenal. But it's called vivakids.org. You have the ability to take a child in a third world country that has no options and no help. And what they're going to have is food, clothing, education, shelter, even a trade. So it impacts that child that has nothing to have something, a life and a future with Christian upbringing. To me, that is an honor to be able to represent. From day one, 1% off the top has gone to help them children. Today, we're doing millions of dollars on a monthly basis. So 1% off the top, that's quite a little money to help those little guys out. Now, with the homebusinesshelper.com, we also have eChildrenofPromise.org, which Darlene, my wife, and I found in our own church that we attend right here in Troy, Montana, that allows you to be able to adopt a child, allows you to be able to take care of third world kids over in Africa for less than $30 a month, do the same kind of things as what Viva Kids does. So we're here at the Home Business Helper to make a difference. Every person that joins our team, no matter what, there's a certain percentage every month of all the proceeds that are generated through the homebusinesshelper.com with 2 different companies, network marketing and affiliate marketing. So success is going to be created. Why not have money going to needy children that need the help? According to the book I read, Bible Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, Jesus said, what you do for one of these little ones. I take that serious. I love the fact that I can help people earn money from home with proven work habits. I love the fact that the proceeds from all the work that we do together go to help children. You got to have a mission in life. It keeps life worthwhile. So let's take a look at what are we going to do to make the money. We're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to go to work and we're going to use proven earning methods that have earned people millions of dollars in this industry. How are we going to do that? Well, success leaves clues. And when you put all the top earning network marketers in one room together and you ask them, what was it that you did to go from 0 to over $1 million in income in 1 to 2 years' time? What was the magic formula? The magic formula is 5 proper exposures per day. 5 show the plans per day if you're old school. Now, we have a great phone app at XFuse, and we have a beautiful 90-day program that shows you how you could create a full-time income on part-time efforts within 90 days, simply working with just 2 people a day. That's very powerful. Now, that's what you can do to get a full-time income on part-time efforts. What have the people done to go from 0 to $1 million in 1 to 2 years? 5 proper exposures a day. Now, if you've only got 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's 25 hours per week. Full-time's considered 40 hours a week. So 25 hours a week is still part-time efforts. Allow me to show you how we're going to utilize the power of the internet, the power of the phone, or face-to-face connections to be able to put together 5 proper exposures per day. And a proper exposure, if you're watching this program, we've talked about consumable products. Now's the time to pull out those samples. Why? Because it puts the odds 80% in your favor as an entrepreneur. If they're not interested in the business and they taste your product, they're going to want to consume that product because that product saves them money. It's a good thing. So if you recognize the fact that if they're watching an opportunity presentation like this very one and they're not sampling your product, 80% chance they will not become a consumer, 80% chance they will not become a business builder. So if you're doing a proper business exposure and you've got consumable products, it's really important that you are able to demonstrate those products during that proper exposure. It's not rocket science. It's an exact science. And when you have adequate samples for each exposure you do, that's just setting yourself up to succeed as an entrepreneur. The beautiful thing about this organization and this particular way of earning is if you look at brick and mortar businesses, you're looking at thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get started. And monthly operating expenses over thousands of dollars to create thousands of dollars in weekly pay. In this field of entrepreneurship, on less than $1,500 to start your career. On operating expenses under $400 a month, you have the ability to make thousands of dollars per week. That has been proven in this industry. It's not hypothetical. It's just knowing how to go down the road properly. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that right now. We're going to make 25 connections per day, whether it be over the phone, an online chat, or whether it be face-to-face. 25 connections a day to do what? Set 5 appointments to do 5 proper exposures in one day. That's 25 a week. That's 125 a month. That's 375 in 3 months, 1 work quarter. Now that we're at the 1 work quarter part, we're going to talk about being a reader. If you're not a reader, you'll never be a leader. And if you want to make the big bucks in this industry, you have to adapt to being a reader. That's the bottom line. Eric Worre is our network marketing expert, wrote a book called Go Pro. You need this book in your library if you want to make more than $100,000 a year in this industry. If you don't have this book in your library, you will not make over $100,000 a year. Very simply, I can promise you that. But Eric Worre talks about the importance of having a 90-day game plan of action. And think about what I'm saying. Let's look at success because it leaves clues. 97% of those opportunities start today are going to fail. What do? They mislead people. They don't show them a 90-day roadmap of actions of what they can do to make the money. They show them why the best of the best is in the company, why they believe their products are the best. And if you'll just bring a guest to the next meeting, you're going to get rich. Think about that. They're all failing that way. Why? Because in a person's subconscious mind, you're thinking, wow, I can make thousands of dollars a week, and all I got to do is sign up for a little less than $100 or a couple $100. Oh man, I'm all in. They spend their couple $100. They come to the meeting, and what do they find out at the meeting? if you're serious about making the big bucks, you'll upgrade to our $3,000 to $5,000 pack, and then you'll know what you need to be successful. What happens? It immediately triggers a switch in their subconscious mind. I've just been had. I knew there was a catch. Now, they need to go out and create success by doing what? Exposing something that they believe in. And if in their subconscious mind, they're thinking, well, the catch ain't really that bad. I saw the information. I saw him do the dog and pony show, and, you know, I can live with the catch. It's not that bad. Realize that's what the masses do that are failing. What if you just told somebody the truth? Hey, it's going to cost you a little money up front to start a business. It's going to cost you a little money every month to operate a business. But on less than $1,500 invested risk-free, on less than $400 a month operating expenses, you have the ability to bring in thousands of dollars a week. Doesn't that just make sense? That's reality. That's the truth. Nobody wants to tell you. They want to hide that from you. Why would you want to hide that? Entrepreneurs understand leveraging of money. If you got a $1,500 startup cost, put it on a credit card. Your monthly payments, $150. Come on, if you're going to make over 10 grand in 90 days by working, and you got a proven work path, where can you find a return on an investment like that? What I'm going to show you here is over a $14,000 return over a 90-day period of time, a part-time effort to 25 hours per week. Anybody can do this. It's not rocket science. It's an exact science. Here's the money. We did 25 connections a day for 3 months solid, right? To set 5 proper exposures and do them each day, 5 days a week. Okay? So that's 1,025 times we failed completely. 375 times in that 3-month period of time we get that proper exposure. Let's look at the results and how they pay us when we roll up our sleeves and go to work properly. The results are simple. 200 people said, no. I tried that and lost my shirt. I'm not getting into one of them home businesses. Entrepreneurship is not for me. And that's okay. However, I would like to save some money on one of those solutions every month. And you got how many solutions? Lots of solutions, huh? Puts the odds in your favor as an entrepreneur now, don't it? 200 of them said, I want one of them health solutions. That turned into over $1,000 a month for the life of those accounts of people that said, no, I don't want the business, but I do want that solution that's going to save me over $100 a month. Powerful, isn't it? 20 of them said, you know what? I do want to be an entrepreneur, and I recognize the fact that I've got to work my first work quarter really hard to lay in the foundation to my residual earnings. So if I recognize the fact that I've got consumable products and they need to be sampled while they're seeing a presentation where they don't have to sell, like this one right here, I do the selling for you. You sample the products. You make a 3-way call with me or one of those $1 million earners I showed you a picture of. Now, when your prospect sees that process, they're scratching their head. He showed me a video online, let me sample a product, and put me on the phone with an expert that put a plan around my personal habits that showed me a way to make over $14,000 in 90 days on 25 hours per week. That's not rocket science. That's an exact science, and you can be very successful with it. So what happens? 20 people set themselves up with enough samples because they recognize that if they bought this pack for less than $1,500 and they spent the money, that 90 days later, even not 90, but 85 days later, if you thought I took advantage of you, send everything back to the company that you spent that money on to start for a full refund, minus shipping and handling. Now, where was your risk to set yourself up to succeed by having the samples that you needed to expose your business properly to the people that are out there? And I know some of you are thinking, well, Earl, you were talking about doing stuff online. How are we going to get them samples online if I'm in Montana and somebody else is, say, in Puerto Rico? It's really simple. We have what's called a virtual office. You can buy the samples and they belong to the company, in the company, and the company will ship them out to your potential distributors for you. It's called a virtual inventory, so you don't have to stock it up in your garage. So yes, you got the best of both worlds here, folks. Think about what I'm saying. And it's risk-free. I mean, you can't go to the bank and borrow money from the bank and expect the bank 60, 70 days later to say, hey, you know, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have borrowed this money from you, and I just want to call it quits. The bank's going to be saying, hey, we need a list of your possessions and all of your assets because we're going to be taking them from you. You don't want to be in a position like that. This is an entrepreneurial venture that's completely risk-free. You spend over $1,500 to get started. 75 days later, you think we misled you, send it back to the company. There's no risk. Like I said, it costs a little money to make a little money. You got to have a little skin in the game to win it. But when you can leverage that money on a credit card, like most professional entrepreneurs did that went from zero to millions, didn't have the money to start out, using that credit card, a lot of times you make enough money in your first 90 days to pay off the whole investment, including your monthly operating expenses. And here at XFuse with these solutions, you get 4 people that use the same product that you use. Your product becomes free for the life of those accounts, whether you're a consumer or a business builder. So your auto ship expenses can disappear and become paid for simply by exposing your business to industry first. Lots of industry first here. But look at what I'm saying. So if you got 20 people that set themselves up properly with a VIP pack to have enough samples to do what they're doing, you're looking at over $10,000 in commissions. Now they're going to need online tools. And the leadproject.biz has these tools that they start with for free. And after 7 days, they pay $1 a day to have those tools. And what do they get? Unlimited capture pages, unlimited email, autoresponders, unlimited email campaigns of pre-wrote emails. Well, I shouldn't say unlimited. There's lots of them professionally wrote by 7-figure earners that are in there. So it really helps you to have what you need to do what you need to do. These tools, they cost $1 a day. Why wouldn't you prepare yourself to at least get that education so you can earn while you learn? And these tools are going to pay you $20 a month. Think about the advantage behind the leadproject.biz. Someone says, nah, I'm not interested in your network marketing opportunity. I got my own that I'm running with. Mine's better than yours. And the reason I called you is because I want you to see the truth and I want you to understand why you need to quit your opportunity and come join me. Well, great. I'm glad you called me, and I'm really enthused that you think I'm a great person for your company. But I can tell you our company is extremely in serious growth. We're exploding like crazy, and we're creating a lot of success. And I'm not going to leave my company, but what I have for you is a free lead generation system. You don't even have to spend money. Just click on the link that I have, the leadproject.biz. We'll give you the lead generation system for free. Watch a video on how to do it on one screen, open up the other, and do what it says, and you can start generating leads for your business. It's only $1 a day for that kind of tool if it works for you. They take that tool and they go earn money with their own company. Their company tanks, they come back to you because you gave them the tool. But what's beautiful is you gave them that tool and they pay $30 a month for that tool. The company is going to pay you a $20 thank you residually monthly. So 20 people that need the tools are paying that. The company is going to give you a $400 residual. So what have we got in residual income from the consumable products? $1,000 a month after 90 days in residuals, plus the tool residuals of $400 a month. That's $1,400 a month in residual income. Do you realize that out of the people reaching age 65, only 3 out of 100 are able to retire on incomes less than $25,000 a year, according to the Department of Social Security Administration? So you look at the Social Security checks out there, the majority of them are less than $1,200. And you're looking at the ability to create a $1,400 residual income, rolling your sleeves up, going to work 25 hours a week. You can't go wrong with that. Risk-free. This is opportunity. Now's the time to jump on it. So let's take a look at another thing. Remember I mentioned the advertising tool? Well, you're talking to 5 people a day doing proper exposures. What if 5 entrepreneurs said, you know what? I want to advertise like a professional. I'll educate myself to do that. And they pay $497 for that Social Profit Academy like I did. The company pays you $400 times 5. You just had the ability to earn $2,000 commissions offering somebody a solution as an entrepreneur to their professional advertising tactics with the social networks. Solutions that pay, folks, are the key to your financial independence in this industry today. And what I've done is I've shared a lot of them with you. If just 10 people out of all those connections took that Social Profit Academy, it's another $4,000. So what have I shown you? I've shown you $14,400 earned in 90 days on 25 hours per week, part-time efforts. This is a phenomenal potential. And I've left out several commissions that are available with both the affiliate program of the leadproject.biz and the network marketing program of XFuse. So you got the best of both worlds: affiliate marketing, internet marketing, online tools, offline success, everything you need in one place. The one thing I've learned, folks, from studying, working with, and creating success with multi-million-dollar earners for over 20 years of my life is when they see a problem, procrastination is not an option when it comes to solving that problem. So what you've seen here is a solution to several problems. Maybe it's more money than money. Maybe it's a health solution that you're searching for. Either way, there's something here for everyone with live help, just a push of a button or a phone call or a text away. You deserve that kind of success. I haven't shown you any hype. All I've shown you is facts. I've shown you how you could position yourself to be one of the first people on the planet to be able to take advantage of all these trends under one place with live help. Folks, it's a true fact that when you recognize there's a problem, it's time to solve the problem. We look forward to meeting you in person, over the phone, or at one of our events. Come join us. It's risk-free, and you deserve success. Please keep our nation's leaders in your prayers. Go Seahawks!